So now they're getting rid of abortion. They're gonna. Now he's talking about getting rid of things that'll prevent unwanted pregnancies.
That's crazy.
So human trafficking, without saying human trafficking, right? Wait. So I'm not even. I haven't read anything like that. This is just like the way my brain is moving. It doesn't make sense to me. Who got hurt by a condom?
For the next topic, boys, it's a hot one. This country is on fire. We're talking child abortion and the law that just passed saying that each state has the power to decide.
Basically, Roe versus Wade got overturned. It's from 1959 or 60. When did that happen?
It's 50 years ago that the legislation was passed, so whatever that time frame is, in the 80s and 70s.
Yeah, it was a court ruling, and they basically overturned that court ruling in the Supreme Court. So they didn't pass like any new legislation or anything like that. They just overturned an old one.
But there were a bunch of trigger laws that triggered after it got overturned, so now is a bunch of legislation.
Yeah, I think it's like 29 states or something like that have some type of restrictions on abortion. They're either outright banned or, there's some restriction pretty much. But.
Yeah, Utah was like one of the first to like damn near nearly ban all abortion. That's on Twitter. That was like the first state that just popped up on the feed. I was like, damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, Texas had a bunch of trigger laws, and I mean, Texas already had pretty strict laws to begin with because we're in the fucking Bible Belt South or whatever the fuck.
Kentucky didn't even hesitate. That shit was 100% banned in Kentucky. Shit was quick. I'm like, wow. It's crazy how like they literally just passed it or they overruled it and instantly. Like I didn't know that shit would go that quick. I thought it would take a day or two for them to kind of think about what to do. Nope. They said, I don't give a fuck. I was like, wow.
Yeah, because like the way it works is like a bunch of states had laws that banned abortion or whatever. Somebody sued somebody, went to the Supreme Court, and then there was some ruling and their ruling was in favor of abortion. So even if these states have those laws, they're now unenforceable laws.
Yeah. Like
there's no way they can enforce it because federally they've overridden that. Similar to gay marriage. Gay marriage is, I don't remember, I think it was a court case. I'm not sure, but it's federally illegal. But even though there's states that have laws against gay abortion. Gay abortion, Jesus, gay marriage. So like if they ever overturn the law federally, there's a bunch of states that just instantly now make it illegal because they've already had those laws in the past.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the scary things about this is they reference these other court cases in the ruling, right, in the decision. And some of the ones they're targeting are like, I think one of them was a Texas case that banned sodomy. Like, they had a straight up law on the books banning sex between like same sex people, which is a crazy law. Like, how the fuck do you enforce that? Like, you're gonna bust into people's homes and try to bag them in the bed or something to enforce that? It's crazy shit. But
it's a cop in a referee's uniform just busting in people's sex. Unsafe. Niggas taking pictures.
Unsafe.
But yeah, so there's some scary language in this decision. Like there might be some more shit coming down soon that's gonna ban gay marriage and same-sex relationships and things like that.
Yeah, I saw Clarence Thomas. The guy hasn't said a word during his entire fucking time on the Supreme Court, and then he votes in favor of this bullshit, and then he came out saying like gay marriage and something else is now on the table to like get overturned or whatever.
Damn. Yeah, this is crazy.
And then you talk to people, and they tell you, I don't care about anybody's opinions. They could vote for whoever they vote for, and I won't feel any different about them. And there's some people that have opinions like that, but this is why that shit bothers me, because it's like I was seeing people that are known Ron DeSantis supporters and Trump supporters on Facebook talking about, I can't believe this country. How dare they overturn this? And I'm like, you can't vote for the one dude who created this problem and then complain about the outcome of it. This shit makes no sense to me. Like, what you think was going to happen?
It's not like it's a secret part of most of their platforms either. Like, they go to the churches, they make the speeches about how they're going to protect the babies, and like, it's not a secret part of their agenda.
I think there should be. It's rough, right? Because I think there should be choices that the mother should be able to make, right? At the end of the day, it's her body. It's her body, her choice type thing. But it's like, bro, come on, rape and incest. You're gonna tell a person they really can't abort that if they got raped, bro? Like that's, to me, there's some shit that's a little crazy, and there's some shit that I could maybe see how it makes sense, but it's just like, bro, like you're at this point, you're just controlling people to the maximum. Like, and like, my famous line, when's the cutoff? When are we gonna just stop with the bullshit? Because now look, Pooch was saying, I didn't even know about that. They're putting gay marriage and the, what was the other one, Pooch? You said gay marriage and something else on the line too to be ruled.
There's
I
one
didn't
that
specify because I couldn't remember. I was trying to find it though.
Yeah, there's one that has to do with sodomy laws, which sodomy laws are used against, same-sex relationships.
Shit is
It's
crazy.
fucking terrifying.
You were saying something about New York off pod, and we stopped you.
Oh no! Last night, people were out. People were protesting. People were blocking up the avenues. I almost hit somebody by mistake trying to get through the crowd and shit like that. So yeah, it was. It's everybody over here is pretty fucking upset.
Dude, everyone in the country is pissed. It's crazy. Like, the polling that they've done, there's something like 35% or like 39% of the country is in favor of abortion bans. So you got the vast majority of people are like, this is not something we want. And the Supreme Court is still just like, fuck it, we're passing it, deal with it.
Yeah.
Can I say something? Can I have a hot take?
This is where I think things are complicated though, because like I think those people don't know what they're doing then. Like this so-called 39%, because if half the country votes in favor of people that are gonna put in abortion laws, then you support those abortion laws. Like basically what happened is Donald Trump was able to get 3 Supreme Court justices onto the Supreme Court. All 3 of them said Roe v. Wade was settled law and they wouldn't be in favor of overturning it. And as soon as the opportunity came up, they overturned it. Yep. So it's like anybody who supported Trump supported getting these 3 justices onto the Supreme Court, and they support any decisions they make for the remainder of their time on the Supreme Court.
Absolutely.
So it's hard, like judging the Supreme Court it's weird because they don't just serve the whims of the people. Like, they're there to do what quote unquote is correct, right? Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean, but
Constitutional. Man.
Right, exactly. They just say what is and what isn't constitutional.
Man, fuck the Constitution. You know what?
Sure.
Why are we so beholden to this document that was written hundreds of years ago by a bunch of like fucking rich white dudes that would be fucking driven crazy mad if they looked at any of the technology that we have nowadays? Like, a fucking light bulb would break their brains, and we're still like, nope, these guys had it all figured out. They know the course for the whole fucking country.
Are you saying that you want to rewrite the Constitution?
I mean, we
think
do
that,
all the time.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's why amendments
Congress's
exist.
job.
But
No.
like,
I'm
but
saying
no,
like the main ones.
I mean, I think that there's a lot of shit in the Constitution that needs to be taken from a historic perspective, and maybe we stop relying on it as like this document that is unfallible, like that can't be incorrect, that you have to be this traditionalist view of the Constitution. Like, nope, this is what they said, this is what they meant, so that's the spirit that we have to go with. Shit changes, man.
What was
Countries
your hot take though?
I can't wait 30, 40 years from now when all these old religious people die.
Shit.
It's going to be the greatest time in the world. We're going to be able to move forward and be progressive. And it's just like these fucking dinosaurs holding us back from evolving into something better. It's fucking terrible. It seems like, first of all, an attack on women. Weird enough. These past few years, legislation, Kevin Samuels, a lot of fucking different ideologies are popping up, and it just seems very woman hating. I don't really.
Rod in hell, Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, hopefully he's down there with what's that fucking that radio announcer who died?
Rush Limbaugh.
Rush Limbaugh. He's down there with him. The lady who got shot on January 6th, that white bitch, she's down there.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Kevin, right? So you didn't agree with anything he said?
I think there's some merit to what he's saying. I think his execution is extremely poor and extremely trolly and extremely edgy. So I think he got people's attention with the trolly and the edginess. I think that's how he made his. I think there was some you could pull something from it, right? It was very religious based. So if you're not into religion, a lot of that shit doesn't work for people. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I can't fuck with it. It's like that finance guy, Ramsey or whatever, the finance dude. You ever see that guy? He's got this whole like belief about like how you can build wealth, and it's all based around these Bible teachings and shit like that. Fucking hate that guy. The fucking worst.
Yeah. It's the worst. I'd rather listen to Nas's Magic album. He has some pretty good lines in there about building and growth.
Why
and
does
go
that
back
seem
and
like
listen to it.
Dude, that song Rose Street has been growing on me recently.
Oh my God, that song is so good.
Yeah.
Why does that seem like he'd try to disrespect the Magic album?
Yeah, because he had no tact.
Oh, okay. So you felt the same way, right, Pooch, when he said that?
For
Okay.
sure. He likes magic, which is also confusing.
That's
that
so
was not a
weird.
play on Magic.
It sounded like a play.
It did sound that way. If someone says, "Oh, such and such got their dick cut off," you're like, "Oh God, I'd much rather," and then you name some other terrible thing that's better to you. Like,
Rewind the tape on that one. This man's bugging.
Fuck that. No, it's a misspeak. Anyways, the other thing was contraceptives. So Clarence Thomas said contraceptives are on the table as well as gay marriage. Contraceptives being condoms, birth control.
Wait, what?
I'm just saying, yeah. So now they're getting rid of abortion. They're gonna now he's talking about getting rid of things that'll prevent unwanted pregnancies.
That's crazy.
So human trafficking without saying human trafficking, right?
Wait, what?
Saying creating
Talking about what are you talking about?
Okay, if you force the population to start breeding and taking away things that stop babies from happening, right? We at the end of the day, what they're telling us without telling us is we need more humans in this country. We need to stop people from aborting and stopping.
I've read these theories on like certain parts of Twitter where they do think that this is some ploy because U.S. Birth rates are down, and this is some vast conspiracy so we don't lose supremacy to other countries and things like that. And this is all some ploy to force the population rate in the U.S. to shoot up again.
We have a population.
I don't know that I believe in conspiracy of quite that level, but
I'm not even. I haven't read anything like that. This is just like the way my brain is moving. It doesn't make sense to me. Who got hurt by a condom?
All right, but what's the human trafficking leap?
It's just not human trafficking. It's basically like forcing people to have children.
Oh, like baby farms, basically. They're trying to turn America into a baby farm.
Yes.
My thing is we have a population issue. We got too many fucking people.
Joey, I'll tell you why they're going after contraceptives. It's because the Bible has that stupid line about you can't spill your seed without the purpose of recreation or whatever. And these are people that are trying to fucking turn us into a theocracy, basically.
Yeah, I got into an argument with a Catholic dude about that, and he claims what religious people do to get around this is they look at ovulation calendars. And they only have sex when it's least likely that they'll get their wife pregnant. And I'm like, isn't that exactly the same as just trying to fuck but not have a baby? Like, you're committing sin, no?
That's birth control.
Right? He's like, no, because there's still a chance they're still. I'm like, get the fuck.
Yeah,
out.
there's
You
a
guys
chance
are
too.
fucking-
Taking birth
this is-
control, there's still a
You
chance
guys
to
are
get
walking
pregnant.
contradictions.
Fucking idiot.
I want, if they pass that, I'm going to go join the masturbation police, and I'm just going to go specifically after politicians. Because you know what? If you can't spill your seed, if that's against the law, you can't fucking masturbate either. And I'm just going to go bust in doors of politicians, try to bag them jacking off so I can arrest them.
So should that be death on sight if you break that law?
Oh,
Think about it. It's all these politicians that voted that, they're beating off. You catch them.
You're going to the extreme.
I mean, it should be death on them for sure.
Yeah,
If
on
they
them,
pass a
on
law
these dicks,
that is-
yeah.
if they're passing a law that's going to negatively impact a whole entire citizenry, and then they're not going to follow it,
Facts.
All right,
Thank you.
Let's transition the conversation a little bit, because there are some things that I see on the internet that I have a hard time agreeing with. So, all right, real quick, is anyone here in favor of this ruling? I guess.
No, I think it's ridiculous.
All right, I'm assuming Tony's nice big yawn means he's not in favor of it.
I'm not in favor. of it.
So how do you guys feel about this like statement that I see all over the internet? Men shouldn't make laws about women's bodies. Or really, men shouldn't make laws about women even.
I think that there is some merit to it, because like you're looking at like the percentage of population of like Congress and the Senate and things like that, and it's mostly fucking old white dudes, right? But I've got a lot of opinions about like who shouldn't govern though. I'm tired of these fucking old ass presidents. I don't think that we should have 80-year-old presidents. I think they're out of fucking touch.
You see
I don't-
Biden trying to get off that bike?
I don't think that we should have Supreme Court justices that are appointed for life because they're fucking out of touch with like the American people. I saw this thing on Twitter the other day that I was like, that's funny, but I also kind of like the idea of it. It said instead of having politicians debate each other, we should give them 30 minutes and give them like the average budget for like an American household and make them figure out how they're going to pay all their bills and come up with a budget for that household. Show that they're actually in touch with the population. I kind of like that, honestly.
Got to give that one to Tony over here.
Yeah.
Why
Make
give
it
that to
happen
me?
because you said you'll make it happen under any means.
You said you're the
Any
master
means.
accountant.
I'm homeless. I'm not gonna be homeless next week.
Nah.
That's what you're saying.
By definition of homeless, you can have a couple boxes strong enough against a fucking tree, and that's a home.
No.
Do you really want to get fancy?
You
No.
see
Build
what
a
I
teepee?
mean? Exactly. This is
Build a
exactly
teepee?
why I said that.
There's a guy in Austin that's rolling around in like this big truck that he built into like a mobile home.
Look at that shit.
I haven't seen the dude on the highway, but like he's out. He's around.
When there's a will, there's a way.
What are your thoughts on it, Pooch, as far as like whether men should make laws about women's bodies or
Oh, I completely disagree. I think anybody could make laws about anybody. Like, if we vote for these people, women are making laws because women are supporting these politicians. So it's like we vote for we're not in a democracy where everybody gets to choose things. We have a republic where you choose people to make decisions for you. If women are voting for these men, then they're voting for those men to make decisions. I don't see the problem with it. And I feel like if you change the argument, it gets really fucking weird. Like if like what do they expect? Like all the men should sit out the vote and only the women in Congress are gonna like vote on things? It's just really strange to me.
I think the spirit of it is more like there should be consultation. There should be like research and studies and things should be taken into consideration rather than just a bunch of white dudes being like, well, in the Bible it says, fuck you, man. Show me actual research. Don't use the Bible as justification for any
I
of
gotta
your
be
bullshit.
honest. Religious people, to me, and I was a religious person. They're very delusional and. I'm sorry.
I derailed you so bad, my bad, yo.
I love that Tony is the most one who misspeaks all the time.
No.
And
I say teacher correctly. Y'all boys.
Cheater.
I never said she
No, he said poker.
Poker. Go ahead,
Sorry,
though.
go ahead. Religious people are the what?
They're just delusional and fanatical. They just nothing. All of their speaking points and talking points just feel like feelings. They don't feel like they come from a place of any factual evidence. And I am very annoyed when I hear them speak, and I'm just like, dude, none of this shit really makes sense, and it's all just sounds like a feeling you have. I can't get down with it personally. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Yeah, I am saying. I'm saying that these people don't have a point, in my opinion. They don't have a lot of ground to stand on with the religious shit, personally.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind if the religion gets it right. The thing that makes me uncomfortable is that they're gonna if they're indoctrinated in a religion, then they're gonna go along with it when the religion gets it wrong, and that's the part that I guess bothers me. But I don't know. The situation's nuts. But anyways, it's like another thought with the same thing. Is like, should congressmen be allowed to make laws against corporations since they themselves aren't corporations? You know, it's like, I don't know. It's just a weird thought. But no, I totally agree that like the laws and amendments and blah blah blah, all this stuff should be researched, and it should be in line with what the people want and all that. Honestly, I wonder how all this stuff's gonna go, because like my predictions were in I guess pretty soon they're gonna do primaries and things like that, and I think we got midterms this year.
Yeah, midterms are coming up.
I mean, I was of the mind that Republicans were gonna kind of sweep shit just because of like, I don't know, Biden
economy,
seems to be pretty
prices.
unpopular. Gas prices, the economy, COVID's still around. All these things are kind of just gonna work against Biden. So I figured that the Republicans were going to kind of sweep the floor, but like some of the shit they're pushing for right now, it seems like they could put their position in jeopardy a bit. I don't know. It's interesting to me. But.
Granted, I also blame the fucking Democrats for this, because like there's a fucking majority, like House, Congress, Senate, like all three are controlled by the Democrats, and they still can't do shit, man. They're fucking scared to get rid of the filibusters, so now we're held hostage by a minority fucking role in Congress, and it's fucking nuts, man.
I mean, we don't have a majority in the Senate though. Like it's 50-50, and two of them are basically Republicans.
Yeah,
so it's
fair.
like
it's 50-50 with Biden, with not Biden, with Harris being like the tiebreaker, but two of them are basically fucking like,
right. We've tried to pass certain things and have been blocked up by those two Democrats, and that is a failure on the Democrats. That's their job, is to get those people in line, or you know what I'm saying. But
I mean, that's the thing that the Republicans are really fucking good at, is just voting in line. Like,
they're very fucking good at it. They understand the big picture, and I feel like on the left there's always a lot of infighting. On the right, there's infighting until it's time to do the shit, and they're like, all right, we just need to, have one unified base or whatever.
It's basically our podcast where we're all yelling "fuck you" at each other, and then Tony says, "Welcome to the one," and we're all best friends again.
As soon as start rolling, oh, my best friend, I wouldn't trade him for the world.
Wouldn't trade them for the world.
I was honest with that. I wouldn't trade you fuckers for anything. Maybe
you would sell
Maybe
me
dough.
first.
I'll sell dough.
Exactly.
Dough be the first to be sold.
I'd trade dough too.
My ESC brother in Christ.
But yeah, I don't know. The situation's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the proper recourse is. Like, I feel like the best thing that should happen is the Senate should propose some type of law because to be honest, right, Roe v. Wade, the ruling itself is kind of like a technicality on how it legalizes abortion. So like, I feel like we should have tried to legalize abortion through a real amendment a long time ago.
Yeah, we had 50 years to pass some legislation codifying it as law, and
right, and
fucking
so
didn't.
I feel like it'll be a really popular move. I think like if what you say that only 39% of people support this bullshit, then it's like, all right, we should try to pass this legislation and basically hold all these other politicians' feet to the fire, because then when they vote no on this thing, it might look poorly on them, like with their constituents,
There's a lot to be like just not feeling good about with this. Like, fucking Nancy Pelosi has already used it as like a fundraiser email. there's just a lot of like really gross politician-y stuff with this. You see that shit? I tweeted about it where the fucking the Democratic congressmen got together after this ruling, and they sang America the Free or something on the fucking like steps outside the Supreme Court or some shit. It's like, thank you. We asked you to do something and you sang us a fucking song. Good job.
Yeah, that was silly. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking.
Yes, remember when they came out in the African garb and they took a knee? That shit was fucking silly too back then. I was like, what the fuck? Democrats is fucking the worst.
I think that's less silly, but I don't know. They must do it for a reason though. Like, we're young, all right? They're a bunch of boomers. The boomers might be eating this shit up. Oh, they sing America the Free, and they're crying about, like, who knows? Like, maybe this shit works. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we're out of touch with what the boomers think. You know?
So someone who's out of touch, fucking Summer Walker, fucking the singer, she said, "This is a sad day in history, but catch me at my show in LA tonight. It's gonna be a vibe."
Oh my god.
Damn, what an insert.
Piece of shit.
That's hilarious, but
I don't
disrespectful.
know. Is she shitty for that?
I don't
little
know.
bit.
She has a show to promote.
Pucho, think of it this way. If you were an entertainer on 9/11, would you put out a tweet being like, "Damn, America sure got attacked today. Those 1,900 people will be missed. But catch me at my concert tonight."
It's gonna
I'm
be a
gonna be
vibe.
sad that those people can't make it to my concert, but you can. You should. Now, obviously, there's more tact that you could use, but it's like, you know, the show must go on. You know, people out here working. Like, should we not record this and just be like, no, we're too fucking sad. No, we want you to listen to this shit. We want you to comment. We want to hear what you think. We want to hear how dumb you think we are. I like to know how dumb people think I am.
Well, we already know how people don't like Mateo, so, and his opinions.
Yeah, Greg Miller says he doesn't want his son to grow up to be like Mateo.
Greg Miller's baby is going to grow up and he's going to call the PS Vita and the PSP trash too, because they're going to be 50-year-old systems by the time when he's grown up.
I highly doubt that.
Fucking hilarious. If you haven't done so already, ladies and gentlemen, hit that subscribe button. Follow, like, share, hate, whatever. Share your opinions. Let us know if you don't want your kid to be like Mateo. We love it all. Comment. Also,
check the description of the video too. Gonna toss some resources in there. It'll be some good information.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to come in here and let us know how dumb you think we are or how smart you think I am. Let us know. We're here for you. But, was there someone else had to say anything else about the abortion thing? No, right? I think Doughboy. I cut you off though. Did I cut you off? Felt like I did.
Excuse me?
All right, I did it. Perfect.